Hello and welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm going to bring you guys another first round matchup in the Ball Breaker Billiards tournament that was held at Trick Shots I think last weekend. It was a 6 and under drop one, and this is a match between two high level players, and it's an even race, but they're playing in this tournament as a 5. So without further ado, let's jump right on in. And it's going to be Tony Gyro versus Dennis Watts, and Tony is at the break, and it looks like he scratched. There's been a lot of opening breaks this tournament. The result of the scratches, I think our last one was a scratch too. Can't be 100% sure, but I think that's what it was. It looks like Dennis is going to opt for stripes. It looks like they're laying out a little bit better than the solids. Nice stop shot. Nice opening stop shot. And once again, guys, the sound was muted to prevent any kind of copywriting from YouTube or Facebook. I think at this time I was actually streaming this live on Facebook, and I just didn't want to have it to deal with any of that, you know, the copyrights and anything like that, because there was a jukebox there and they were playing it loud, and the speaker was off to our left here, and it was loud. All right, Dennis is on a nice run so far. See if he can wrap this up, maybe finish it up. But I see a couple balls might be a little bit of a problem for him. In particular, the 8 ball. Looks like it's surrounded by some solids there by the side. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment the channel. And all comments are welcome. You can tell me if it's a good job, bad job. I mean, there are some things I know I need to improve, such as the camera, for instance. I just need to get a little bit better, a little more zoom on the camera there. But I'm working with what I got, so I do apologize for that. A little bit blurry. It will be addressed in the future. I just don't know how far into the future. Hopefully sooner. Looks like he's going to take care of this solid or stripe. Maybe. Oh, good shot. Nice shot. I'm not sure if that 8 goes from this angle. I think that's what he's going to measure up there. And this is one of those pressure shots because you're over a ball. You're on your last ball. You got to find a way. If you miss it, this is going to be a nasty safety battle, because I'm not sure if Jarrett could run that out. He probably could. He's capable. He's more than capable. But with those 2 balls by that 8 ball, kind of probably play a few safeties in there. Both these players are run-out players. They both play very well. Need to have a sound effect here. I don't know what. Insert sound effect. Maybe a Jeopardy sound effect. What do y'all think? When they go to this thinking. Nice shot. I mean, that's a clutch shot, because he's, like I said, he's over top of that 1 ball, almost straight in, and it looks like he can hit that 8, and he gets it for the dub. That's a nice run out, Dennis. And Dennis is going to break in the alternate break format. Looks like he made a whole bunch of balls. He made at least 2 of them. Controlled the cue ball really well too. I think he made one of each. We shall see. Got a few problem balls in the with the 1, and it looks like the 2 clustered over there. I think that solid is by the 8, probably goes in the upper left corner. But other than that, it looks wide open. Looks like he's going for the 1 ball. Good shot. That cue ball ran a little long. It's been doing that. I don't know what his plan is for that. Is it the 2 or the 4? It's hard to tell, but oh, there he goes. He took care of it. Sort of. And then he went a little too far with it. Again, you can see the body language, the frustration he had. He didn't want to quite hit it so hard. So you know, I like to play a little safety there because he knows, you know, it's a smart thing to do. You're not, you know, you can't run out the rack, then and play it safe. Play it safe. It may lengthen the match, but who cares? Everybody watching, they're not the ones playing. It's your game. It's your world. Your opponent's just trying to get a little nut to play in it. Let's see what Tony, I'm sorry, Tony. Nice shot. See, he's got to worry about that ball that looks like the 3 ball. Other than that, he's kind of wide open here too. I think that, okay, he's going for the side. That looks like that might be the 9 ball. I think it's the 9. I'm going to go with it. This is either the 13, I think is his next shot. Or is the stripe that's nearest to him in the center of the table. It's so blurry for me. And I'm looking at it on a real small screen too. That's the equipment I have. What he does with it is nice, nice. I think he's playing to go down table and play the stripe that's basically on the short rail, middle of the short rail. That'll be his next shot. That's what he's setting for here. It's a tough shot. Play with control. Go off the long rail. Or he might just draw it over there. That's a nice shot. And he's going to leave it almost straight in, which is really what you need for that last stripe to come right up in the lower left corner. But he doesn't need that one straight in. He needs that one a little bit of an angle so he can pop out and hit the 8 where he's standing. There's a little throughway up there with people walking through. See what he does. I think this is an important shot here because obviously if he messes up on this one here, Dennis more than likely would run out. And I think Tony knows the situation. He's been in this situation before. right, well, see how he does it. See how he plays it. The 8 might go. He might be able to hit the 8, and if he does a little stop shot there, he might be able to hit the 8 in the corner, upper right corner. Oh, he went aside with it. That was a very touchy shot. Man, I didn't think you could see it inside. But obviously, as you see, the 8 goes in the top left corner, and he's set up where he can hit it and make it. And Tony's going to take the W down for game 2. It's 1-1, and Tony break. I think I saw a solid go in that lower left corner. Question is, where's the cue ball? There's the cue ball. Is it right there? It looks like it's right in front of us on the short rail to the left. Now it is playing a BCA, so it's still open off to the break. You have to call your shots. You can, if your opponent, or if you scratch on the break, your opponent gets the ball in the kitchen. If the cue ball leaves the table on the break, your opponent gets the ball anywhere on the table. That was the rules for this tournament. Don't hate. I'm not making. I mean, I'm just doing what the tournament director said. And Ball Breaker Billiards put on a really good tournament this weekend. Very few glitches. There was 1 or 2 that I can think of that there was a glitch, but other than that, it was flawless. It's tough to play. It's tough to put together something with this many people when most people are going to walk away disappointed, if not angry. You know, that's tough to do. So what you got to deal with there on the side, there's 2, 3 balls clustered right there he's got to deal with. A little cluster in the middle of the table he's got to deal with. There's 2 balls right in front of him. There's at least 3 little clusters he's got to deal with. And there's the ball right by the pocket that's in a pretty bad spot. I want to say that's the 4 ball. So what's he going to do here? I think he's going to try and play a safety. It's hard to tell if he actually went for that. I think he actually went for that one though, because he had the idea to break those other ones up. But he played it well. He controlled it well, or he didn't really leave another shot, or a very difficult shot for Dennis to have to play from. That was a tough backward, considering where he was shooting from as well, over top of a ball. But unfortunately, he scratched, and that's going to give Tony ball in hand anywhere on the table. We can deal with some of his problems right here. So got that pesky 5 ball hanging out in the corner. It's going to be a problem. A touchy shot right here. Being so close. Nice shot. Very nice. That actually might go past that 5. I don't know. It's close. It's close. I think it'd be a decent. Nah, it wouldn't be very good little safety right there if you tried it right now, but because he'd leave the cue ball an open shot. But I think he's kind of, with that other ball sitting right there in the left side pocket, it's going to be tough for Dennis to run out. So I think he's going to try and make the 5 ball intentionally here. Or he might try to squeeze it through. He tried to squeeze it through. All right. Well, what Dennis can do, he has that 5 ball he can hit and maybe stop for the 3. I think that's the 3 down there. Has a little bit of an angle that he can pop up and give himself an angle on that one. But his biggest concern right now is probably that ball right hanging out on the side right there. It's always a trouble ball for if any of you guys out there who are just learning how to play this game. You wanted that area right there. You could have an entirely open table, and you need to address a ball in those positions before any other ball. That's one of the worst places to have a ball, is right there by that side pocket. And he's going to address it right. He's taking that ball over the 3 ball right in front of him. That's how important that is. Nailed it. Good job. That's what you'd expect from this kind of quality of a player. Stop, stop, stop. All right. You can draw this back a little bit and be straight in on that solid right there. Follow it up a little bit. He might be out. Just a little bit too much draw. You can see he's frustrated. He just wanted to draw it back just a little bit, kind of be straight in. But he still has a chance at it. There's a way to do it, I think, right? If there's a will, there's a way. Nice shot. Just needs to get it back a little bit, and he has enough. I think he has enough to see that ball. The problem is the 8 rolled up real close to that stripe right there, and I don't know if it goes by. But if he has an angle and he can see enough of that ball, that 3 ball, I think he can spin into it and maybe just all he has to do is touch it a little bit. I just don't know from back here if he has it. Or heck, he could come up and just come straight into the other stripe right by the 3 there and come in a right angle that and bust that 8 out. You have to hit a little firm, but he's going soft, playing safe. Probably a smart decision, considering I can't see that end of the table, and he could. One thing I've found out doing these videos so far is the commentating is an art, and I don't ever realize how tough it is to do that, especially when you're not familiar with the game and you're just trying to get in the minds of the players and see what they're going to shoot next. I'm watching this like for the first time. I know I recorded it, but I didn't watch it ahead of time to know what they're going to do. Ooh. All right, so he didn't do too much. Tried to bump that ball a little bit out of there, but he left him. I don't think he. Oh, he might actually have a. Oh no, he's got. That was a good safety. That was a good safety. I forgot. Dennis did actually knock all the balls in. He had one ball left. That was a good safety. Get back to the table. Let's see. He's probably going to take that one by the 8. And if he plays his cards right, and I think he'll have a run out here. Those balls are wide open. I think that might be what they call a road map. Let's see. Yeah, see? Still pretty good shape there. Got that one ball, but do you take the one on the long rail, or do you take the one closest to us on the short rail? That's the wrestle match. It looks like he's going on the long rail one. Try to hit it right, come down, get that other one right by the pocket. Or he could stop it and try and draw it back for the other one. Now you try to go short side. All right. Yeah. So you want to go a little further. That's tough though. I would have probably hit that pretty good and firm with a center ball and try and pop it out. It would have had to be a hard hit if I was going for that one, to try and pop it to the middle of the table at least to give me an angle on it. Might not actually make it to the middle table, but I'd have a better cut on it in that corner pocket. That would have been tough to try to get that, because I mean a lot of stuff can go wrong there. You got that just a small distance, small space there, and you put a little spin on it, you're not going to do you any good either. So let's see what if he comes up here. Could be a nice defensive shot. Is he going to go for it? What's he going to do? I think he needs to leave the cue ball anywhere if he's thinking up. I think it needs to be up on this end of the table, because that 3 ball looks like it's in no man's land if he just does a stop shot right there. Maybe a little draw, put it back on the rail, make it difficult. I might be going for it here. Go for the lower left corner. A little safety. Look at that. That was a great touch. Where's my applause soundtrack? Man, I got to get one of those. All right, what's Dennis going to do? Because he's got to hit this ball. He's got a couple of issues with hitting the ball, and then he can't scratch, and he's going to try and hit it. I think he needs to hit above that 3 ball, and so where he can somehow try and get in the way, where he puts it down around the 8 ball. But I'm not sure if he can do that from his position. I think he's trying to angle it off of maybe 2 rails, trying to get the parallel shift going. Maybe he hits it off that way and it goes in. It's right there by the pocket. I still think it's a little north of the pocket from our perspective. All right, Dennis looks like he's ready to shoot. Spin. That was a heck of an effort, though. If he, if he hits that ball, it looks like he would have made it. Now I'm not sure the cue ball would have been. He'd have liked where it would have went, but it might have came up and hit that stripe. But on to the next. You got to forget about it. Nice shot. I think he went a little too far by his body language, saying I can't get used to. He just wanted to do a little stop shot. Still hard to get used to these tables. It was kind of getting cooler in there as the night went on, and the tables got a little faster as a result. So the early warm-ups really weren't helping. If you warmed up and then came back on the table, you kind of cooled off a little bit if you hadn't played in like 3 hours, and then all of a sudden you got different table conditions. So I think he's going to make that. Nice shot. Come back to the middle of the table. Should just hit this one and real nice and easy and get himself right back to the middle of the table again. For a nice straight in shot on the 8. Nice shot. There it goes to the middle. Maybe a little longer. No, that's straight in. Perfect. Looks like Tony's poised to take game 3. And there he goes. Nice shot, Tony. I believe it's Dennis's break. Now they're electing to have one another rack, but the tournament rules said you could rack your own if you wanted to. Or it was the choice of the players. If whatever they came up with, he was okay with it. I saw a few games where people racked their own, and I saw a few games where the opponents racked. It really was kind of even between all the players. Looked like he broke dry, so Tony's going to come to the table with his choice. Although the choice looks limited right now. Looks like it's going to be a solid. Sometimes the table just rolls that way. Get over there. Don't get yourself hooked. Now what's he got? Now he's probably going to play a safety. It seems like it's kind of easy to play a safety here with all the stripes down at that end of the table. But then again, I haven't missed a shot from sitting in this position in forever. I'm undefeated from this chair, folks. I don't know how many of you guys could say the same thing. Let's see what he does. Look like he's going to maybe hide that ball over. He's going to hit that. Looks like the stripe nearest to the long rail. Going to hit that and kind of set the ball right there. Oh, he bumped the. What ball was that? 7? I'm not sure he wanted to hit that 7. Obviously, I think he was trying to hit it soft enough to where he hit that either the 2 ball or the 4 ball there and try to leave it right there, because that would have been the spot that put it. I think the 7 ball just got in the way. Now Dennis is going to come to the table, ball hand anywhere. See what he come up with. He's got to shoot the stripes though. I need a telestrator so I can point at it. That would help. kind of background music do you guys like? Anybody, if anybody's listening to this comment or this, just comment down below. What kind of background music would you request? And none of that funky 70s soundtrack stuff, you know what I mean? It's a family channel. Nice shot, except I think he got on the wrong side of that 8-ball. Kind of messed him. I wanted to bump the 8, not get behind it. And now it looks like he's calling a bank shot. If you can bank shot with a little stop and get on the right angle, you can break out that other stripe that's hiding behind the, looks like the 3-ball. Now he might be second guessing, seeing if he goes by that ball in the corner, which appears to be the 5-ball. Oh, he was looking at the safety. All right. I think it was a good safety because I don't know that he can see anything with 100% certainty. You can see all of that ball. Yeah, it was a tough shot. Oh, he just helped him out if he can get that ball by there. But let's see. Yeah, because right here, he could break up that little cluster down there, right here. Off of, I think that's the leftmost stripe up there by the 8-ball. You can use that ball in the upper right, left corner. Sorry, the left corner. He can break out that ball right there. Don't want to make it too difficult. See what he's going to do here. Probably play a little safety. Try to get up underneath there. Oh, he left him a shot. Ooh, he left him a breakout shot too. He can kind of go into his stripe and get it out of the way. Let us see. And broke it out. Nice. Put that ball in the middle of the table. Now he still has to deal with his other balls. It looks like the 2 and the 4. Maybe not the 4. I don't know. You know. My color blindness. That's why I'm not a professional commentator. This is what you get with an amateur. He's got to get over there and address those guys right now. It looks like that's what he's trying to do. But I think he's going to try and hit the ball right center in the middle of the table to do that. That's what he's looking at, his tangent line. But if he hits it a little too soft, he'll scratch. So you got to hit it just right. Oh, no, he's going right for that. He's trying to do that combo. Trying to do the combo. Yep. I don't know. Now he put 2 balls on the rail. I don't know if he left Dennis a shot. Looks like he can shoot that stripe nearest the cue ball into the side, but he might not be going for that one. What are you doing? All right, he's going that way. Knock that. All right. I did not think he could see that. He's got to come underneath and shoot the ball that he just bumped into the corner, the low right corner here. All right. And I think that's what he's going to do next. And then he can You either go up or you go directly across for that next stripe. Good shot, straight in. I bumped the 8. Oh my goodness. I think he's still in an okay position though, because I think if that stripe goes into the side, he can just come up. Yeah, he can come up the rail, put a little spin on it, and be straight in on that 8. A little spin. I didn't put a lot of spin. He put hardly any spin. All right. So the safety here, it would be a real light. He's calling that. I don't know that he would have to. Needs if he could lightly touch that 8 into the corner. I don't think he would have it. I think Tony would have a very difficult shot to make, but he might have a shot that he might be able to hit that middle, depending. So I think he's going for it here. He's rolling the dice. Looks like a good shot. Oh, wow. That was a great... I was pushing my little applause button. Oh, good thing I didn't push it. Dang it. So deep shelves. You know, these diamonds have such deep shelves on them. Man, that looks so good. Right up to the end. And Tony's got to do something here. He's got to come up with a great shot. This is doable. It's difficult, but it's doable. I don't know if he can see that 2 ball to hit the 1 combo, or he might just good play a safety, you know, up there, get it on the other side of that 1, lightly touch the 1, and then make Dennis have to kick at it. Might be a pretty routine kick, but when that ball's sitting dead center of the pocket, it's not routine. How many of y'all shot that ball and made that shot and followed that ball right in the pocket with a cue ball? If you can't see me, I'm raising my hand. Yeah, see, he tried it, and he might have gotten a little fortunate there. A little fortunate. Ooh. I'm not sure he can hit this clean with the ball sitting dead center of the pocket, or the center of the table. Pardon me. He's on for a long spin. Did he get it? He got it. That was a nice shot, Dennis. I think Tony's breaking. Dennis brought down game 4, so it's all evened up. That was a great shot. You need to come up with a different camera angle. All right, Tony, what you got? Looks like he's going solids. Solids. All right. The solids look pretty good, actually, except that one by that pocket on this right side pocket. But he might have a plan for that. It might actually go in the side. It might not be a problem at all. It looks like it's pretty far away from the rail. The other ball is down there on that far short rail. That looks like it goes in either pocket, actually. So if you can play it right, I think you'd have to go for that one before you go for the other ones. That has to be one you have to address relatively soon, because your key balls are going to be one of those 2 balls closest to the side pocket. depends if he's a backward thinker or a forward thinker. All right, that cue ball looks like it's in the center of the cue ball, or the center of the table. So he's got a choice of which ones he wants to take. But like I said, he's running it out in his mind. I think he's trying to figure out how to get to that one in the far short corner, or far short rail. Tongue twister. Let's see what he does here. A little forward roll. Yeah, try to get out. Oh, try to get to the other side. Not quite hard enough. Now, and then he put him. He's got one shot, I believe, up in the. Oh, he might not. I think he snookered himself. He put himself in the only spot where he can't hit another ball, except the ball that's directly in front of him, which he doesn't want to mess with if it somehow blocks or interferes that stripe. It's going for the extension. Can't remember if he brought the rake out for this one or not. Let's see how he's going to play this safe. I'm assuming that he's going to do a safety. I think he might just freeze it right there. Yep, little touch to the rail, trying to leave Dennis as bad as he can. I think he succeeded in that. I don't think Dennis has an open shot that I can see. I have to take lessons from these guys, running up some pretty good defenses. Almost got it. Nice to stop that cue ball. Those cue balls will keep rolling and rolling there sometimes. That's a sign of good, clean tables, though. We can complain about how the cue ball keep rolling, but if they were dirty tables, not level, that ball wouldn't keep rolling or roll crooked. So hats off to the owners, hats off to Trick Shots for providing good tables. Oh, he got it. Good shot. Nice shot, Tony. Big Tony. Clutch shot. I think he's going for that 5 right now. I'm going to get that out of the way. Try to find a way to get back to that other ball he was trying to. It looks like the 3. See what he does. Does he draw it? Oh, good. He got a little help from the 6, but he got it back nicely. Now he might have to, depending on his angle, I don't know if he can draw it straight back or maybe go forward. But either way, forward is not a very good thing to do with his balls. He's going right into the mix there. It's got to be some kind of draw. But if it's straight in, yeah. He might just have to settle for a hard shot. Sometimes you do that, you don't have to, if you don't have the shot, but you need it, you just kind of just take what the table's giving you. that was a nice shot. Very nice. And then he's straight in. See, but he went forward and he kind of took a risk and he bumped that because that could have that could have turned really bad, really fast. But he hit it perfect. It looks like a nice shot, straight in, nice and slow. That's the kind that torments you when you're the opponent. Did he make it? Did he miss it? And he's just going to hit this ball in the upper right corner. Take down game 5. Good shot, Tony. And Dennis to break. Game 6. This is shaping up to be a hill fight. Everybody's just trying to get the upper hand, and the breaks are kind of, right now, they've kind of died on him. I don't think Dennis has made a ball in those last couple breaks. Tony's had some success. Looks like all the stripes are clustered in the middle and all the solids are kind of around it. I think that's why he's going to go for solids here. Oh. I think if you're Dennis, you might go for solids as well here. But we'll see. He might have a different mindset. All right, here we go. So he's going to try and clear out that side of the table first. Looks like everything goes pretty nicely from here on out. Let's see if he can finish the run out. I think if he follows this one up a bit, he'll get that 5. But then he's got an issue with trying to get to the... Well, it did look nice. He went a little further. He went a little more straight in on that ball. I think he wanted to be more in the middle of the table. I think he can make this ball. No, he's going to bank it. Yeah. Yeah, see, he needed to be in the middle of the table so he could hit this ball on the long rail to the lower right. He can come across to the 5 in the same pocket. But he was a little straight in on that ball and made him tough. Dennis just a little bit off tonight. Not much. I don't know enough about Tony to see if he's playing off or not. It's been playing a good match so far, though, from what I can tell. But I don't know if this is his A game. He might tell me it's his B game, C game. I don't know. But I know he is a quality player, so. Did he get the rail? No, he tried. That would have been a great safety. He'd hit that rail. Yeah, he wants to throw a stick, but he'd hit that. That'd have been great. He'd have had him locked up. Probably would have had. I don't know if he'd have had ball in hand again, because he might have been able to hit one of those balls there. That 2. He didn't go up high enough, so he's going to try and hold this ball. There you go. Where does he want the cue ball to be? Because I don't know. It doesn't go in the lower corner. Got to think about this one for a little bit. See, he's looking to maybe hit the cue ball right where he's standing with his, just by that upper right pocket. But now he's also thinking, well, he can go forward with it. If he goes forward with it, it hits it soft. I'm not sure if that's where he'd be shooting from. He'd be shooting more for those cluster of balls right there if he goes forward, I think. Yeah, those cluster of balls right there. And he called that pocket, lower right. It's going to be a tough one. It's a blind shot, basically, or a blind cut shot. That's where you can't see the target of the pocket. Looks like he overcut it just a bit. Almost scratched. All right, if Tony can win this one, he'll be on the hill. He'll be on the hill, the coveted hill spot. You still have to break out those balls, or you can play safety with them. Or he could do both. See how he's going to handle it. I think he needed a little more angle on it so he could hit those balls while making that stripe on the short rail. But he's a little straight on that, so I'm not sure how he's going to approach this. And he's also shooting from the rail. It's a tough shot. All right. And now he looks straight in. I don't know, he might be able to hit that ball on the side. I don't know if he can. That's what he's looking at. It could be a good safety here. Okay, good, decent safety. I don't think you can see it. He ran right over there. Obviously, you want to do a little like a stun follow shot. That's something you should practice. If you're just getting into this game, you might not want to practice stun follows yet, but that's something you want to look into in the next few months and years, whenever you're ready for it. A stun follow is a tough shot to master, and it shouldn't be tried at home for people who are not prepared for it, because it will frustrate you learning it. I just don't know if you can see it. I think he's already made a full table masse the last game I think he won. I don't know if he can get around it or not. That is tough. This might be one of those highlight reels right here. Oh, it just didn't break. Got around it, but it didn't break. It looked like it just went. It might have been a miscue. I mean, it's a good hit, but it might have been a miscue. It looks like he's straight in here. He jumped up on that one, and I'm thinking, what if he would have taken the one in the middle of the table first? He has a tougher shot. When you take that one in the middle, you can get that cue ball back up into the middle and get in better position to shoot those last three out. This one here, if it's straight in, you're going to still have to shoot. You're going to have to address that long shot anyway. And then you might force yourself into an error because you're going to try and do maybe something you're not comfortable doing. Well, we'll see how he handles it. Like I said, I haven't lost a single game from this spot or missed a shot either. See, he put a whole bunch of stuff on that one, didn't he? And he's not really as much the better for it. Now he's got another straight in shot with the ball closest to the side, which you could actually cut into the side. I think I would try to cut that in the side, hit it soft, hit it, and cut it in the side, and try to bring that cue ball back up to the center. You always hear me talk about going into the center of the table because 80% of your shots can be made from the center of the table. So the object is to always get back to the center of the table if you can. Well, that was a clutch shot. That was a nice shot. Straight in. I think he's got an angle here, and I don't think he's going to scratch on it either. But if he likes to take that one, getting to back up, he's got to put a little inside on it. Or inside in this case is top left on the cue ball. And oftentimes when you do that, and did he get lucky here with that ball? Oftentimes you try to put inside English on a ball that's real close like that. That's what happens. It's just a very common thing. He's worried about a scratch, so I don't think he can. I can't remember if he can get this ball. I think he can see it, so he's going to call that right corner. Yep, beautiful shot. Didn't hit anything. Dennis takes game 6. Looks like Tony already broke, and I don't think he made anything. I can't count. No, it's Dennis's turn at the table. He plays a safety. That's unusual. See, he's not trying to force a shot that's not there. It's still an open table, I think, obviously. So, I mean, the newer players need to kind of understand that you don't have to make everything every time you shoot at the table. You can play it and make it difficult for your opponent. And oftentimes, if you watch this tournament, some of these low-level players who are just starting out themselves relatively a short time ago, and that's what they're doing. They're playing very smart pool. And it frustrates the upper-level players, and it'll frustrate players in general if you're playing it. If you could slow down the pace a little bit. A lot of people don't like that, but that is a strategy. It's viable. If there's no shot clock, like I said earlier, it's your game. It's your dance. It's your music. You play it how you want. Oh, that was a nice shot. That was a backward cut. See the spin he had on that ball? Hit that with inside, I think. Inside. Yeah, because the way that ball checked up coming off this near short rail. If he'd have hit that with outside English or right, that ball would have went up and around and kept going back to the center again. Might be making this ball in the upper right or upper left corner. Oh, he said right. I knew it. Always go with your first instinct. Nice shot, Tony. Now he might be in a little bit of a pickle because I don't know if that one goes in the side, if you can see it enough. But either way, if you're running this if you're running it backwards, you're kind of in a bad spot here to run out, just because of where that 8's. None of those balls left on the table are conducive to getting back to the 8. Nice shot. Nice shot. He's seen enough of it. Is that proper English? I don't know. They're going to have to dock my pay. They might fire me. Fire myself from my own channel. Nice shot. He's not quite straight in. And these shots here can be kind of, a lot of the times you'll see these shots get stuck in the pocket because you got to put a little bit of bottom on it because he needs to get back to that for the other stripe there. And a lot of times people hit it and it ends up rattling. Let's see what happens. No, he did it good. And now he actually does have an opportunity to get back to that 8 ball. If he can get around the 6 ball over there. If he can get around that, he might have a shot. I think he bumped the ball. I think that's what he was talking about. Because it's not an all-ball foul tournament. It's only a cue ball foul. For those of you watching and might not be familiar with this. Tony's a pretty tall guy, so he has that advantage for him. Both of them are relatively tall players. Oh, he didn't hit it quite, but he might have a shot on it there. He might have a shot. I don't know if he can see it. I think he might have people come over and look at this. That's close. That's close. And they didn't really have referees on these matches. Oh, you know what? I missed the 9 ball. The 9 ball is sitting right there. Maybe he missed the 9 ball. I can't count. Yeah, yeah, I see why he was trying to do what he was trying to do now, trying to get straight in on that 9. Nice shot. Now, obviously, this is a very important game in this match. The winner is going to take the hill. So let's see if he can finish this run out. These balls are kind of close to one another in there, so I'm not sure what he's thinking next. He's going to run into him, maybe. There's a nice ball right in the center of the pocket. Yeah, this is going to be pretty good if he shoots that ball straight in and stops it right there. I think he'll have a shot on the 5 and the side and kind of a connect the dot situation here. But that one a little soft and ran it forward though. Okay. It's your game. We're just trying to commentate on it. My syllabification is a bit off. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. So this one here is going to be, it looks like this, maybe that's a 7 ball into the corner. Not quite straight in, so he'll probably go to the long rail and play the 5. Okay, that corner. Let your stroke out. Nice shot. Nice shot, Dennis. Straight in. Just the only problem is he's on the side, so he can't. And it's an important shot. You know, this is for the hill. And he's on the rail. He'd much rather be about 3 inches into the center of the table, so he can put a better shot on the 8. But I think he don't have a problem with this. Let's see. Makes it look easy. The good players make it look easy. Dennis takes game 7, and Dennis is breaking for the match. He made a solid that I saw. I'm not sure if he made it a stripe or not. I think. No, he made a solid. I don't think those 2 balls nearest to him right are trouble balls per se. I think he can hit them and make them easy in the pocket. But he might go stripes. But I don't know. I would think solids were a little more easier to deal with. It looks like he's going stripes. All right. Maybe that ball nearest the corner over here didn't actually go from his position. You need to push it just a little further up table. Get that ball on the side. You play it out of safety. Smart move. You don't know if you don't have the shot or if you don't have the run out. Shoot the safety. Try to leave him. Try to get back to the table again. Tony's shooting for his life here, so this should be a good one. Made that in the side. He's been making clutch shots in the side this entire match. Let's see. It's the same thing, you know. Can that ball go in? Can he make that ball and make it into the corner pocket? The ball nearest us. Or he might be trying to do a little safety here too if he can get it underneath there. Thin cut it. Can't tell what he's trying to do. Yeah, he tried to. Oh, he did make it. Good shot. So it did go. He might have to shoot over top of that, the ball right in front of him and try to hit the 5. Or he might be able to just be able to make that ball. I don't know what he's trying to go first. Oh, because how do you get back to the it looks like the 2 down there. Don't know. Well, he's got a couple of balls out there he could work with. Oh. Yeah, that was a tough shot to try to do, especially over top of that ball. But I think it was the right shot, I think. No? So if he'd have hit it right and gotten better position on it, I think that would have came around a little more favorable position for him. Not 100% on that one. Yeah, I think he would have hit it a little smooth, a little more smooth, a little better stroke, obviously, maybe. I think that's what he was trying to do, come around. And he's just trying to play a safety. I think he was trying to play a safe. I don't know. No, I think he just missed that one. I stand corrected. I'm going to correct myself. I don't know why he would have tried to play a safe there. It's late. At the time of this recording, it's either very late or very early, however you want to look at it. I'm not drinking coffee. I'm drinking water. Should be drinking whiskey. Nah. You think I'm bad now. If I was under whiskey right now, oh my gosh. They got 3 balls to get off the table. And I think he's trying to use now the 5 ball in the corner will be his last ball. Oh no. No, it would be the ball in the middle. he goes. That was a nice shot by Dennis. Now he's got to draw this ball. He doesn't have to really draw it. He can just play it so it's straight in on that ball and get back for the 7. Just like that. He should be able to be. He should be fine with this one here. I think he's got a little angle on it, but I don't think he's going to hit that stripe. He might hit the stripe on a favorable side, the one by the pocket, but I don't think he's going to scratch. He hits this nice and nice steady strokes, a little soft touch for the win, maybe. Yeah, he's gonna bump right into it, yeah. And now he's got a little of a tester over top of the ball. You don't want to be there, but let's see what he does. He's got to have a little bit of confidence going into this shot. And there it is. Game 8. Tony to break for the on the hill. Does that ball go in? I couldn't tell. I need to get one of those overhead camera angles. That'd be great. But none of the lights in the pool halls down here are really conducive to putting things over top of the pool table. On these, the lights weren't. They're kind of closed, so I don't know if it would throw a shadow. But I wish I could get one, a little overhead. That'd be great. It's on my wish list, but I don't want to get a Wish one, if you know what I mean. Yes, that would be bad. All right, I think he chose stripes. Oh no! So you're trying to do a lot, trying to get it back. And a lot of times that happens, it'll rattle. You hit it a little hard. Like I said, hill games they can be nerve-wracking. These balls are spread out pretty nicely. There's really no problem ball with the cluster. The only problem balls there are ones sitting on the rails at that point, and that's just some stripes. I don't see any solids on the rails. So we'll see what he can do. Oh, he makes a good shot. Now does he get bad reward? Man, that ball, such a... Yeah, he can stare at it. Table doesn't lie. Oh, I mean, that's like, that has to be the only, what am I trying to say? The steepest angle in which that ball will actually go in that pocket. That was crazy. And he's going to try a ball in hand combination shot. It's every team captain's nightmare when a lower level player is playing that shot. It's not recommended, but you see how he controlled it well. He controlled the first object ball he struck well, and the cue ball. A lot of times, low level players will just bash at it, and then they have no idea where that ball's going. And that's why the captains get upset, because it is a very low percentage shot when you're a new player. Now, he didn't put himself in a good position here for that. I don't really think he wanted to go so high up. But I think he can backward cut that 9 into the side. But he's got to be concerned with where the cue ball is going next. Because I don't think the next stripe goes in it might go into the upper right corner. And the question is, can he get there? Come on, come on. Are you going to bump it? Okay. Yep, he's got 2 more stripes to go. That stripe's in a tricky spot, the one he's going to go for. Gonna bump it again. He's in there's a ball blocking both pockets. And this is the unenviable spot you ever want. Any player who's ever played the game at a high level does not want to be in this spot. You see how open those solids are. This is basically, he's thinking this is the match for him. There's really no safeties anywhere. That's not going to come back and haunt you somehow. Just bumping that ball. I know you didn't want to bump that ball. You wanted to come on the other side of it. And I think he would have had a shot to go into that lower right corner had he not touched the ball. I think, no, he was coming from the, yeah. Yeah, maybe he should have started his run with that ball into the side and went up, took the other ball. But he did make a little bit of a problem. And that's what you can do too if you're trying to play safe. You can always try to make problems for the player by bunching up balls or making them have to address a cluster. That kind of can equalize. A lot of stuff can go wrong for that. That player can try to break that ball up and get himself hooked, get him a scratch. I mean, a whole bunch of bad stuff can happen for it. So Tony's not quite out of the woods here on this rack yet. Thanks to that well-played safety by Dennis. Nice shot. I'm not sure he was trying to make it. I think he was trying to play a safety there, and I think actually he called the safety because this is BCA rules, so you can call safety and make a ball. It was very smart. I know I'm talking a lot about the APA, but they are not playing APA rules. Good shot. He got the rail. And some rules are universal, like that right there. You got to hit an object ball. You got to hit your object ball, and then your object ball or a ball has to go off of a rail. That's universal. It's a universal rule. But he's opened up the table now for Tony to mop it up. Nice stop shot. That's a nice confident shot when you can stop it like that. Looks like he's going to roll forward with this one. Maybe bump the 5 towards that pocket. Nah, he's good. He's going to stop it there. I don't know if he's going to draw it back a little bit. It looked like he kind of gave a little body language like he didn't want it to be there. Because, yeah, see, that 8 ball is playing in a tough spot. You just got to hit it. Just kind of let your stroke out a little bit. And I mean, all you got to do is make this ball. That 1 ball is in the pocket. You just can't get hooked behind the 8. There you go. Now, he should play the 8. I think in the same pocket here. Maybe not. Maybe a little top left. I think he's going top left to go in the other pocket and top right. I can't tell where he went. Oh, he bumped it. Went right into it. So he's going to play in the lower left pocket for the match. And it goes in. He hits it nice and slow. Takes down the W. Nice job, Tony. That was a great match. Congratulations. And guys, if you'd like that, if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed the commentary, if the commentary is getting a little better, if you could just leave a thumbs up, if you could like and maybe subscribe a little bit, that would be great. I'm going to try and bring the next match to you sometime tomorrow. I know it's because it's late tonight and I'm tired and I'm going to bed after this. So with that said, I will see you guys later, and I want you all to have a good night. Take care.